fucking bounce it.
Hey, what's going on everybody? My name's Ashley and welcome to another episode in my Crystal Palace career mode. If you do enjoy the video, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and if you like, check out any social media links or links to the previous episodes, they'll be down in the description below. So we're going to jump straight on into the action where we're going to be coming up against Manchester City away from home. And in the previous episodes we did play them twice in the Cups, but this is in the league this time, and it starts off well. Manchester City playing the ball well and getting an opportunity to get a shot on goal, but the keeper does well to keep it out and force a throw-in. But Manchester City kept on pushing forward. Wilfred Boney this time picking up the ball, playing it through to Jesus Navas, who cuts inside, trying to find space to get inside the area and get his shot off, and he does well, putting it over the top of the keeper, making it 1-0 to Manchester City. And they continue to push forward. Again, Wilfred Boney playing it through to Jesus Navas, who's this time going to swing across towards Thomas Muller, and Thomas Muller heads home, making it 2-0 to Manchester City. And they continued their onslaught, pushing forward at every opportunity. This time Wilfred Boney is going to go hit himself, have a shot from distance, and the keeper manages to tip it over the bar, keeping the scores at 2-0. Then in the second half we give away the ball sloppily. Wilfred Boney is going to have another shot, this time striking the post before it goes out for another throw. And it took until the dying embers of the second half for us to get our first opportunity of the game, where we play it through. Jason Punchin picking up the ball, trying to find some space. He looks to break through into the defence and gets his shot off, and the keeper does well to tip it around the post. And that's how the game did finish. We end up losing 2-0, which was disappointing, but we were not really in that game, but though the possession did seem even in the game. But we're going to move on anyway and move on into the final day of the transfer list, and the only action that happened was a loan offer for Kai, who we're going to accept from Wycombe Wanderers and send him out for a season-long loan. We do get an offer here from Tottenham, but we are going to reject it as we are we're happy being the Crystal Palace manager. So we move on into some training now, and the two standout performers are going to be Jordan Much and also Kurt Zouma, before moving on into our second game of the episode. And in our second game of the episode, we're going to be coming up against Bournemouth, who we did beat 3-1 away from home in the previous encounter, so hopefully we can continue to do that, as we need to progress nicely on in this league. But we are rotating the team, as there is a very congested fixture list at the moment with those two cup games. And it starts off well for Bournemouth, them getting a shot off, the keeper doing well to save, and we do eventually manage to scramble it clear. But poor giveaway gets Callum Wilson through on goal. He breaks through the defence, passes it off to Atsu, and Atsu forces a smart save from the keeper, keeping it at 0-0. Then once again Callum Wilson breaks through the line of defence, looks to find gaps in between the defenders. We fail to get it clear. He continues to push forward, and eventually, although we do a half clearance, he wins it back and puts a shot on target, but the keeper does well to tip it wide, keeping the scores at 0-0. Move on into the second half, and it was a much more even start to the second half, but we give away a stupid foul with a lunging tackle there, and the referee is going to come over and give Pape Soare, our left back, a straight red card for that challenge, giving us a man disadvantage. But we're going to continue to push forward, and in the dying embers, some nice work here by Yank Balassi, trying to find some space to get inside the area and get his shot off. He eventually turns back, beats the defender and gets his shot off, but is going to be well saved by the keeper, keeping it at 0-0, which was how the game did finish. We end up taking a 0-0 draw from that game, which is disappointing from a home game, but considering we did have 10 men for the majority of the second half, it's okay. So we move on now anyway into our final game of the episode, where we're going to be coming up against Swansea City, who are just below us in the table, or just above us in the table, sorry, and we need to try and catch them up, and if we want to finish in the top half. We've had to rotate the side once again, as there was a short distance between this and the previous game, but the first action comes from Gylfi Sigurdsson swinging in a free kick, and it takes the deflection off the goalkeeper into the back of net, which they ruled as an own goal. Then some nice work by Swansea City once again in the wide area, playing it back to Carl Norton. Carl Norton drives inside, tries to get room for a shot, and he does, but the keeper makes a decent save, keeping the scores at 1-0. Then we get an opportunity of our own, some nice work here by Charlie Austin, finding Jason Punchin. Jason Punchin is going to drive into the area. He's going to get tackled, but which isn't deemed a foul. Then we swing it in with Sacco, and it gets headed back out to Punchin. He gets taken down in the area and wins a penalty. Charlie Austin's going to be the man to step up and dispatch away his penalty, making it 1-1. But then straight from the kick-off, Swansea pick up the ball, try and work some space to get an opportunity for on goal. Some nice work by Gomez, finding some space in the area, and eventually going to work through a shot to Cole Norton, and he smashed it in the back of the net to make it 2-1. Then some nice work here from the Swansea, getting an opportunity. Sigurdsson playing it to Ayew. Ayew finds the through pass back to Sigurdsson, and his shot is going to be well saved by the keeper, forcing a corner. From the resulting corner, they play it short, working it inside the area, trying to find space to beat defenders, and then from what seems an improbable angle, they smash it into the back of net, making it 3-1, putting us with a 2-goal deficit. So we move on into the second half, and a poor clearance here, give it straight away to Gomes. Gomes is going to break inside the area, find space for a shot, and he is going to have his shot well saved by the keeper, keeping it at 3-1. But they continue to push forward, so nice work here by Montero, finding space behind the defenders. Play it off to Britton. Britton plays it to Michu, and Michu's shot is going to be well saved by the keeper, keeping the scores at 3-1. And it continued to be pure Swansea in this second half, finding opportunities at will, creating spaces to get shots off, and Michu once again gets it in and curls it around the keeper, making it 4-1 this time. So we are dead and buried in this game, but we continue to push forward and try and get back into this game. So nice work here by Jason Pungent, finding space in between defenders, and his shot is well saved by the keeper, which was how the game did finish. So we end up walking away with a 4-1 loss, which was disappointing and very bad form from us so far in this episode. But we're going to go ahead and move on now, and we're going to move on into some training. The standard training lineup as per usual, and nothing too much to write home about, although we do get some growth from Zuma, and also we're getting very close to getting a upgrade with McCarthy, but hopefully that will come in the next episode. But in the next episode we'll be going up against Spurs, who we did get a contract offer from. But until then, my name's Ashley, thanks for watching, and goodbye.